Hi students, this is Ram Mohan, JL in history from GJC Kachigoda. Today, in our second year history, the Kakatiya age, the age of Kakatiya, we are going to learn. They started their rule 1158 to 1323 CE. And the Kakatiya age began in Telangana, actually 1000 CE. But they were subordinate rulers. But afterwards, the imperial rulers, they started the real rule from 1158 to 1323. Before Kakatiyas, the entire South India was ruled by, Chola and the Chalukyas of Kalyani. So out of the remains of Chola and the Chalukyas of Kalyani, there are four kingdoms were emerged. One Kakatiyas of Varangal, Yadavas of Devagiri, Hoysalas of Dwarasamudram, and Pandyas of Madurai. So Kakatiyas began their political career as military commanders of the Rashtrakutas and subordinate chiefs of the Kalyani Chalukyas. That's what they got here, two official symbols, Garuda and Varaha from Rashtrakutas and Kalyani Chalukyas respectively. And their capital city was Hanmakonda, later shifted to Varangal. And here the dynasty name Kakatiya came from or derived from Kakatipura. It was a village or town. Later, Kakati, a goddess also. Because of Kakati, the goddess name, they got the Kakatiya dynasty. So two opinions here among historians. One is Kakatipura, because of the place name, they got the dynasty, or the goddess name Kakati. So, moving to their brief political history, to know about Kakatiya's greatness, their achievement, their administration, their society, religion, and art and architecture, we have lot of sources. They have archaeological sources as well as literary sources. Moving to first archaeological sources, the first one is inscriptions. The inscriptions are here throwing significant light about the history of Kakatiyas. The first inscription, Managallu, was engraved by Danarnava, the eastern Chalukya king. Second one, Hanmakonda, Rudradeva. Third one, Bayaram inscription, prepared by Mailamba. Fourth one, Palampeta inscription, Ganapati Deva. Fifth, Draksharamam, Hemadri. Next, Motupalli, Ganapati Deva. Chandupatla, Puvula, Mummadi. There are important inscriptions. Okay, they mentioned here the greatness, achievements, their administration, everything. Next important archaeological source here, coins. Coins also gave lot of information about Kakatiya, and they were made of silver, gold, okay, and different symbols, different names also we can notice on coins. And the gold coin is called here Gadhyanam or Mada, and silver coin is called as Ruka. Two coins, okay, they utilized here. One is Gadhyanam or Mada, second one is Ruka. So these are all punch-marked coins, and even the titles of Kakatiyas also we have noticed, Daya Gajakesari, Raya Gajakesari. So these are the titles also we noticed on the coins of Kakatiyas. And the great monuments also one of the important sources of Kakatiyas. The real monuments you see, Varangal Fort, Hanmakonda, Palampeta temples, Nagulapadu, Ganapur, Pillalamarri. So these all historical places have here lot of forts, temples, okay, and the different tanks also they constructed. They're all sources of Kakatiyas. Moving to their literary sources, Kakatiyas are patterns of art and architecture and literature also. So that number of literary sources Okay, we got it. Panditaradhya Charitra and Basava Puranam. These books were written by Palkurki Somanatha, Prataparudra Yashobhushanam, written by Vidyanatha, and Nritya Ratnavali, written by Jayapa Senani, Kridabhiramam, Vidikonda Vallabhacharya, Niti Shastra Muktavali, written by Baddena, and Siddheshwara Charita, Sarvappa. They're all important literary sources, and important chronicles also written by foreigners. The important books are here: the travels written by Italian traveler Marco Polo, and Tariq-e-Alai Amir Khusro. Barani wrote here Tariq-e-Firoz Shahi, and one more Tariq-e-Firoz Shahi written by Barani. They're all important, okay, chronicles or books written by, okay, foreigners who visited Kakatiya kingdom or who visited India at the time. And you see on screen brief political history about Kakatiyas. There are two types here. One is subordinate rulers and sovereign rulers. Subordinate rulers ruled from 1000 CE to 1157 CE, and sovereign rulers 1158 to 1323 CE. So first we have to learn about subordinate rulers. You know, their rule started by Gunda 1, Gundya 2, and Gunda 3. They are also called Gundyana 1, Gundyana 2, Gundyana 3. And Venna, Erra, Betia, Beta 1, Prola 1, Durgaraja, Prola 2, they are all subordinate rulers. So they were under the subordinate chiefs of the Kalyani Chalukyas as well as Rashtrakutas. So they started their political career under the Rashtrakutas and the Kalyani Chalukyas. So there was no great achievement, okay, under these subordinate rulers. Moving to the sovereign rulers, here the important personalities among Kakatiyas was the first one, Rudradeva. Rudradeva was the eldest son of Prola II. He was the first great emperor from Kakatiya dynasty. He was the eldest son of Prola II. And second one, the importance of Rudradeva here. He got the title after attaining the Kakatiya power, after attaining sovereignty. He got the title Dayagaja Kesari. And when he came to power, he started to conquer the nearby neighborhood kingdoms. That's what. First, he defeated local chiefs Dommaraju, Medaraju, two from Polavasa and other Velanadu, Chola ruler Gokaraja, and occupied Draksharamam also. And he helped to Nalagama Raju in the battle of Palnadu. And Hanmakonda inscription shows the victories and achievements of Rudradeva or Prataparudra I, and it was prepared by Achitendra, the poet of Rudradeva. And because of his invasions and expeditions, he expanded the Kakatiya kingdom from Srisailam in the south to Bay of Bengal in the east, and Kalyani Chalukyas. Okay, entire Kakatiya kingdom, here Rayalaseema, Kostandhra, and Telangana. Okay, three regions here under the Rudradeva power. And finally, he was killed by Jaitrapala or Jaitugi, who was Yadava ruler. So in that war, in that battle, Rudradeva was killed. So that the first great emperor, Rudradeva from Kakatiya dynasty, okay, his history was closed. Anyhow, he wrote a wonderful book, that is Niti Sara, also gave information about Kakatiya's administration, Niti Shastra. He was a not only king but poet also. That's what he wrote, a wonderful book, Niti Sara. It shows Kakatiya's administration. And he built one biggest and greatest temple, that is a 1,000 pillar temple in Hanmakonda. Here also he gave engraved inscription. And even to develop the agriculture, to develop the facilities of irrigation, so he built Rudra Samudram at Panagal area. So this is about Rudradeva. Next ruler, Mahadeva, because Rudradeva had no legal heir, so that his younger brother Mahadeva came to the Kakatiya throne in 1195 CE. He ruled only 3 years. In this short span of rule, he did not get any achievements, but he invaded the Yadava kingdom in 1195 and seized their capital city Devagiri. But unfortunately, in this defense, he was killed by Jaitrapala again. The next important and greatest among Kakatiya's ruler was Ganapati Deva. 1199 to 1262 CE. Okay, his rule started 1199 to 1262. Ganapati Deva, the greatest emperor, of course, but in the early age, he was captivated by Yadavas. At that time, the Kakatiya kingdom was protected by or saved by Recharla Rudra. That's what the Recharla Rudra got the title Kakatiya Raja Sthapanacharya. When Ganapati Deva came to power after Mahadeva, after long imprisonment or captivation of Yadavas, 11 years of captivation, then he was released by Yadavas. After settled down on the throne of Kakatiya, his expedition started here. The first expedition against Divisima, which was ruled by Pinna Choda. He sent Malayala Chonda to occupy Divisima, so that Malayala Chonda easily occupied and Pinna Choda surrendered, and he married his 2 daughters Naramba and Peramba with Ganapati Deva. And his son Jayapa also appointed as a commander of elephants, Gaja Sahini. This Jayapa also later he wrote wonderful book Nritya Ratnavali. And after first expedition, then the second expedition against Velanadu, and this also annexed by Kakatiya army easily, and the ruler Prudishwara was killed by Kakatiya army. Next expedition, Kolanu chief also easily surrendered and annexed the Vengi region. And after the important 3 expeditions, later he interfered in the matters of Nelluru. Nelluru Manamasiddhi, he was dethroned by stepbrothers Nallasiddhi and Tammusiddhi, so that the request from Nelluru Manamasiddhi, he sent Kakatiya army. So easily they defeated Nallasiddhi and Tammusiddhi. They installed here Manamasiddhi I as a king of Nellore. After the death of Manamasiddhi I, again Manamasiddhi II. At the time of Manamasiddhi II also, again civil war was broken out. So here also, because of the request of Manamasiddhi II, the great poet Tikkana Somayaji again came to Ganapati Deva court and requested to send army. So again, the Kakatiya army interfered in the matters of Nellore. So because of this 2 times intervention, of course, they occupied and they seized here other parts of Nellore. And again, Manamasiddhi II came back to power. But this intervention was disturbed by the Pandyas of Madurai. That's what they sent here the army under the leadership of Koperajimba and others. a Muttukuru battle was started in 1262. In this war, the Kakatiya army was severely defeated by these Pandyas and the combined forces of others. So, because of this defeats, Ganapati Deva, the great emperor, retired from politics and he made or announced here his elder daughter Rudrama as successor of Ganapati Deva. And to develop the Kakatiya kingdom, he made matrimonial alliances because he had two daughters, Ganapamba and Rudraamba. Rudraamba to Chalukya Veerabhadra and Ganapamba to Betana. Because of these matrimonial alliances, he expanded the Kakatiya kingdom, of course. So, the Hanmakonda, which was built by Rudradeva, and afterwards Warangal also. So, Ganapati Deva shifted the capital city from Hanmakonda to Warangal. And the most important personality after Ganapati Deva was here Rudrama Devi or Rudradeva Maharaja. She ruled from 1262 to 1289 CE. Rudradeva came to power after Ganapati Deva, but Ganapati Deva retired from politics, of course, but he always ready to give advices to his daughter because he had no male successors. So that he declared here Rudramamba as a Rudradeva Maharaja. She attended in male dress and she ruled from 1262 to 1289 as a male king. That's what he got the title. Even on coins also we can notice here Rudradeva, not Rudramadevi. Marco Polo, who deeply impressed with her administration, her achievements. He was an Italian traveler. He wrote wonderful book, of course, the Travels. Our administration, our achievements, he prized a lot. There are the Prataparudra Charitra, which was written by Ekamranatha. This book reveals here the early age of Rudrama Devi. There are two big achievements when she came to power. One revolt was done by her stepbrothers, Murari and Harihara Devi. They seized Warangal when Rudrama Devi was away from capital city. And afterwards, when she came back, she beheaded stepbrothers Harihara and Murari. And next great achievement of Rudrama Devi was Yadava Mahadeva. He also invaded Kakatiya kingdom, wanted to occupy Warangal and Hanmakonda, but Rudrama Devi, they defeated Yadava ruler Mahadeva and they seized their capital city also. That's what it was proved. She was a worthy daughter to worthy father. She got many titles, of course, like father Raya Gajakesari. And in expeditions, in achievements, there are important generals also there, military generals who always ready to help Rudrama Devi. They were, of course, Gona Ganna Reddy, Kayastha Jenniga Deva, Annaya, Viryala Suri. They're all important chiefs, military chiefs who supported Rudrama Devi. Finally, one more inscription, that is Chandupatla inscription, shows about the last days of Rudrama Devi. Recently, we noticed the Chandupatla inscription from Nalgonda district. This inscription shows the death of Rudrama Devi. She was killed by Yadava ruler Hambadeva in the last battle taken place, of course, Tripurantakam. Only one inscription shows about this incident, but other inscriptions did not mention the death of Rudrama Devi. But anyhow, some opinion that they might have been killed by Yadava ruler Ambadeva. So because of this, Rudrama Devi rule was completed. Now moving to the last important ruler, Prataparudra. His rule started 1289 to 1323 CE. You know, Rudrama Devi had no male heir. His daughter Mummadamma, son Prataparudra, adopted and made the successor of Rudrama Devi. So Prataparudra II, grandson of Rudrama. So he was called as Rudradeva II or Prataparudra I, of course. And he started his expedition or invasion against Ambadeva, the Kayastha chief, and he fled away to Gandikota afterwards. And after this, against Mallideva also, he sent Kakatiya army and captured here Gandikota. And Ranganatha also, the Telugu Chola ruler of Nellore, was defeated by Prataparudra. And because of these expeditions, because of these invasions, the Kakatiya kingdom expanded from Adoni and Raichur. These two places also, under the control of Kakatiya, by Prataparudra. And even he defeated Pandyas of Madurai because the civil war broke out here. So he supported one of the Pandyas and he defeated the Pandya's army and made Sundara Pandya as a chief of the ruler of the Pandya kingdom. Later, invasions of Delhi sultans took place in time of Prataparudra, especially 1303 to 1323 CE. In this 20 years gap, a lot of invasions took place. Alauddin Khilji time, Muhammad bin Tughlaq. At the time, the generals, Khilji general first, Malik Fakhruddin Jana and Chajju, these military expeditions started in 1303 and they defeated Prataparudra. Of course, these chiefs were defeated by Prataparudra's army at Upparapalli. But again, after 6 years, again Alauddin Khilji army was sent by Malik Kafur. In that time, he seized the Warangal fort. He defeated Prataparudra also. Later, Khusru Khan, Alauddin Khilji's son, he also defeated Prataparudra, and they were agreed to send every year the tax benefits. Later, in 1320, Juna Khan, at the time of Tughlaq also, one more invasion took place. These invasions were mentioned here, Amir Khusru. Because of these invasions, the glory of Warangal, the glory of the Kakatiya dynasty, and the greatness of Prataparudra, everything was completely declined. Because of these invasions, lot of wealth, almost equal to Kohinoor diamond, that much amount of wealth was seized and sent to Delhi Sultan, especially Khilji and Tughlaq dynasties. This was mentioned in Amir Khusru's books or his chronicles. The last invasion, 1320, under the leadership of course, Juna Khan. So this time also again, Kakatiya army severely defeated, and Prataparudra, the ruler, Kakatiya ruler, was captured, and finally he was captivated and he committed suicide. So because of this incident, the Kakatiya dynasty was closed, their history was ended. That is taken place in 1323.